The union at the centre of Birmingham's bin dispute is warning that industrial action could be back on tomorrow if a deal to end the stoppages is thrown out. It's taken out a full-page advert in a local paper today urging councillors to back the settlement.
Well, Birmingham City Council's cabinet meets tomorrow and must either accept or reject the deal, which was struck between its leader, John Clancy, and Unite the Union. Well, Andy Bevan joins us now with all the latest on this. Andy, I thought this was all over.
Well, we all hoped it was over, but a week is a long time in local politics, and things have moved a little bit closer to the edge. Last Thursday, you may remember, the council cabinet met to discuss the deal which was struck excuse me, at ACAS between the council leader John Clancy and Unite's Howard Beckett. That deal led to a pause in strike action and kept grade 3 bin workers on their original pay rather than making that grade redundant and moving everyone down to grade 2 level. In return, the bin workers agreed to move from a 4-day week to a 5-day week and improve efficiency. But that cabinet meeting last Thursday was also presented with a report from the council's interim chief executive officer, Stella Manzi, which said that the John Clancy deal would subject the council to a raft of equal pay claims running into millions of pounds, money the council doesn't have. Now, this is nothing to do with the pay of men versus women. It's about job grading. Each council job is graded and a complicated formula is used to work out what responsibilities, for example, a grade 3 bin worker versus a grade 3 office worker have in order to get the same pay. In the event, last Thursday, the cabinet deferred everything until tomorrow. Stella Manzi's report, which I understand has now been backed up with some legal opinions sought earlier this week, says that the grade 3 bin men will no longer be responsible for health and safety at the rear of bin wagons. That's less responsibility and therefore there should be less pay. But Unite says under the deal those grade 3 workers will still be looking after health and safety. And in a full-page open letter to residents in today's Birmingham Mail, the union accuses Stella Manzi's officers of misrepresenting the ACAS settlement and says they are more committed to austerity and painful cuts than to compromise and common sense. We asked Birmingham City Council to comment on all this, but so far they haven't got back to us.
So at this meeting tomorrow, the council's cabinet have got some tough decisions to make then, Andy.
Yeah, they certainly have. Now, sources close to the negotiations that I spoke to last week said the cabinet have given a nod and a wink to the John Clancy deal. They did that early last week. But tomorrow it's cards on the table time, and for several reasons. The new bin workers' contracts, those are the ones hammered out as part of the strike suspension, are due to come into force tomorrow. Now, if the cabinet accepts that John Clancy deal and rejects Stella Manzi's report, it would mean the cabinet and its chief executive, its chief advisor, are effectively at war. Stella Manzi is only an interim appointment. She could decide her position is untenable. The bin workers, on the other hand, could claim victory and the strike would definitely be over. However, if the cabinet accepts Stella Manzi's report, it'll have to throw out the deal struck by its own leader, and that could make his position untenable. Worse still, it would mean the council had reverted back to its position at the end of June, and they would issue redundancy notices to the grade 3 bin workers. Now remember, their strike action was only paused, not ended, and this afternoon Howard Beckett from Unite told me on the phone exactly what that would mean.
Well, if that happens, unfortunately, my members will immediately recommence industrial action, and that industrial action would likely last for the whole of 2017. And they would have, frankly, no choice, because we would have the extraordinary situation where the leader of the council, an elected leader of the council, negotiates a deal in good faith to bring the industrial action to a conclusion, only to be undermined by faceless paid employees of the council.
So basically, this time tomorrow, the strike could be back on.
Well, there's 17 hours until that vital cabinet meeting. Watch this space.
Andy, thank you very much indeed.
You're watching ITV News Central. Still to come on the programme tonight.